Right here. If you said you had the map, it's got to get out of the way.
He's coming. Last chance to stop before Offramp. What does that mean?
Take this exit.
No.
Slow down.
Welcome to Offramp.
Whales are big and whales are fat. Never saw a whale as big as that. A whaling man is a whaling guy.
A whaling man.
He sails across the sea to the big old sky.
A whaling man.
Whaling for his grub.
A whaling man.
He says, whaley, listen here, bub.
A whaling man.
When he sees a whale, he gives a shout.
A whaling man.
He says, big whale, look out.
A whaling man.
He's a whaling man.
A whaling man.
He's a whaling man.
A whaling man.
He whaling man.
Whaling man.
Hi, I'm Baitbiter.
Hello, I'm Debunker.
Baitbiter and Debunker, here to discuss topics of the day.
Have you got another pair of shoes?
Do I have another pair of shoes?
For me.
Well, what size shoe do you wear?
That doesn't matter. I just need to get this shoe off really fast.
Okay, all right. Better?
It's a lot better. Whew. Got some of my bait down in there.
You have bait in your shoes?
I'll just tell you this. It's not the only place I've got any bait.
Okay.
Can you get any more ventilation in this room? I'm just wondering. It's a little, it's a hot day.
It is a hot day.
Look, the stink bait is double wrapped.
Double wrap is overrated, really, as a odor prevention barrier.
Okay. Well, we'll open the door to the hallway if it's a little close
I'd
here
appreciate
for
that.
you guys.
A fan would be nice, of some sort.
So, I'd like to get on to my part of the show because I've got to go on back.
So, you'd like to talk about bait?
No.
You'd like to talk about bait biting?
Yes.
Bait biting. Bait biting. How exactly did you get into bait biting?
Well, it was handed down to me.
Oh, let's see. A family sort of thing? Your father or mother were...
It's my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
She was a bait biter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've studied this, actually, a little bit.
Yes, and speaking now is the debunker.
Some say that this began as an ancient druidic ritual.
Bunk.
They believed in communing with nature and emulating nature and empathizing with nature.
This is quite common, I understand, in many religions earlier in the history of the world.
Yes, earlier.
The tie to nature because of...
malarkey.
Yes. Some sects of this used actual hooks. Some of them just took the bait and served it on a platter, and it was a more kind of metaphorical...
Bunk. Who is this guy?
He's the debunker, and
well, he's spewing out more bunk than anybody in
you
here.
Can see this.
He ought to just be ashamed of himself.
Baitbiter, he's just loaded with bait. There's bait all over this man. Shrimp.
People from his region.
A little bit of everything on here.
It becomes a status thing, really.
Well, I think what we're developing here is there may be a schism between the academic study of the history of bait biting and the
it's more like
the practice of it.
Animosity, I would say.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well,
now see,
I got some bear bait here.
Wow, that looks like a squirrel.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
shaped just like a squirrel.
That's the squirrel bait.
You shape the bait to match the...
It's a female squirrel, so it's a male squirrel bait.
Oh, so this isn't just about fish. It's not just about putting a worm on a hook.
Didn't you ask me to come in here with the bait?
Well, actually, what I said was to come in to debate. But I could see maybe where you might...
I got some mountain lion bait right here in my hip
what's
pocket.
that made out of? It looks like...
it's made out of dachshund.
Yeah?
Dachshund.
Now, I'm curious.
Dachshund what?
Dachshund, a little hot dog.
Oh my!
That's what mountain lions prefer.
Oh my!
You don't see many of them in the mountain lion districts, do you?
No.
This is dragonfly bait.
Oh my! It's very tiny.
I'll attract dragonflies.
Mm-hmm.
And what's in that?
I can't really tell you.
It looks a little bit like a bouillon cube.
It is not.
Oh. Well,
Forget it.
I just meant that it was wrapped in foil and it has a little printing says.
I'm taking that back.
It's all new to
I'm
me.
not showing you anything else.
No,
I'm
please.
done with my part of the
Please.
show. Where's the door?
No, it's it. Please sit. No, sit.
I gotta
Look,
go.
The eels are falling. Just sit.
Give me that back.
Sit just for a moment.
Give me that back.
No, here. Yes, exactly. But we'd really want to hear more.
Falling
No,
out
put
my
on the
pant
keep
leg.
the headphones on.
We hear the wailing man.
The wailing man, the wailing man.
We hear the wailing man.
He stays out of sight of land.
We hear the wailing man.
When he sees wood, he thinks of boats.
We hear the wailing man.
When he sees land, he thinks of goats.
We hear the wailing man.
Wailing man landed in jail.
We hear the wailing man.
It couldn't make the whalers bail. What the hell's the matter with you two?
We're doing this, sir. Please give us another chance.
Oh,
We're just a little shy to sing and not be.
well, you shouldn't, but you got a fine voice, a fine pair of lungs on you.
Don't have our sea lungs yet.
You don't have your sea lungs.
We're not out to sea yet.
Boy,
Oh, that's right.
by the way, what do you use for the toilet tissue then on the boat?
Blubber. There's plenty of blubber.
Well, I thought that's what you sell when you get back to port.
Blubber, there's plenty of blubber to go around.
Do you have an extra napkin for dinner?
Sure, here's a blubber napkin. Oi, the wailing man will say around the horn.
We hear the wailing man.
Oh, you boys are easy.
We're a captive audience, you might say.
Arr.
I cannot believe this is legal.
Who said anything about it being legal?
Legal is as legal does.
Legal is as legal does, me parrot always says.
Aye, aye.
What?
We hear the wailing man.
A whaler's life is full of glee.
We hear the wailing man.
When the whaling man sets out to sea.
We hear the wailing man.
The whaling man, the whaling man, the whaling man, the whaling man, the whaling man.
Welcome, children. Welcome once again to Schlock Theater. Now, here's your host,
Captain Schlock.
Captain Sheila.
Good evening,
Good
children.
evening. Good evening,
Hello.
Captain
Hello,
Schlock.
Captain. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm dreadful, thank you for asking. How are you?
I am worse.
What movies will you be showing tonight,
Yes.
Captain Schlock?
Tell us, Captain Schlock. Tell us.
Tonight we will be showing The Man with the Hammer for an Ear.
Oh, that's a good one. I remember the last time we played that, Captain Schlock. It was only last week.
Is this the one in 3D?
It's in 4D.
But double A will work if you have no D cells.
I think Captain Schlock has fallen asleep again.
I'm sorry, I was just napping there.
We're not to the commercial break yet, Captain. Captain, don't forget this week's sponsors.
Yes, kids, as you're watching our horrible show tonight, remember to take a nice swig of... What's the name again?
And Loopy's Easy Lube.
It goes down easy and stays down easy.
Oh, you said it, Captain.
It's a double feature tonight. What's our second feature?
I believe it's Oyster Boy.
Oyster Boy.
I remember the first time I ever saw this movie, Captain.
When was that?
I was scared out of my shell.
Especially, that's right, especially the part where they tried to grind him up for calcium supplements. Oh.
Well, kids, let's try the first of our awful, terrible movies. The Man with a Hammer for an Ear.
Pop First Films presents The Man with the Hammer for an Ear.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Don't be frightened, son.
I'm scared.
It's only the fog.
I keep seeing shadows.
There are only shadows in the fog, son. Don't be frightened.
But, Daddy, what's that noise?
That's nothing but things in the dark, son.
But I'm scared of things in the dark, Daddy.
Why, Things in the dark can't hurt you, son. It's only the things in the dark that come into the light suddenly
Daddy?
from behind you.
Now a commercial break. How many times has this happened to you?
Well, I tell you what, every time I get a door stuck on my car, I get out Aunt Lucy's Easy Lube
This man is not a professional actor.
and squirt it all the hell over all of it.
This man has no job whatsoever.
Usually, after I let it soak in, that door just pops right open.
It's made from snails, the old-fashioned way.
That man just asked if he could be in the commercial.
Now back to our movie.
Already in progress.
I'm scared.
Hey, Captain, what a movie!
Oh, I can't wait to see the exciting ending.
I'm afraid we lost that reel. But, kids, we have a second movie coming out, don't we? Don't we? Do we? We have a second? Wait.
Yes, Oyster Boy.
Okay, right. Oyster Boy.
Oyster Boy.
Oyster boy, oyster boy,
Oyster boy.
oyster boy.
If only Oyster Boy could be here today, but something terrible happens in this movie.
He mistakenly goes to the loading dock of a fancy restaurant
Oh, shucks.
and is served to the hoi polloi.
There's a pearl of wisdom in every Oyster Boy movie, huh?
And now, Oyster Boy.
Keep the car running. I'll be right back.
Hurry up. I don't want to stay with this guy too long. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Wait a minute. Who's that?
Sounded
That's Oyster Boy.
it can't be. He's dead.
How did he know we were gonna pull this caper?
Damn and blast.
I'm not through with him yet. Get me that oyster knife.
Here it is. Just remember, be careful. Remember what happened with Scallop Man?
Well, all I can say is shrimp were made to scampi.
Oyster Boy here. What are you boys doing after dark on the street near the bank?
We're shopping.
Shopping, huh?
Shopping for
Shopping.
a little cocktail sauce.
Oh, cocktail sauce. Take that. Oh, they know.
Take that.
Oh, Oyster Boy's in a fix this time. How will Oyster Boy get out of his fix?
Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion of
Oyster Boy.
Oyster Boy. Well, Captain, that was really something.
That was delightful.
I guess we'll have to wait till next week to see the horrible conclusion of Oyster Boy.
Excuse me.
Hey, the Wailing Man.
Wailing Man will polish your shoes.
Way, hey, the Wailing Man.
For another $2 he'll sing the blues.
Way, hey, the Wailing Man.
A Wailing Man likes to paint boats.
Way, hey, the Wailing Man.
He's still thinking about them billy goats.
Way, hey, the Wailing Man.
I have diphtheria.
I have diphthongs.
I have dihydrogenated oil.
I have dipped into the well of sorrow.
I have deplorable manners.
I have died 3 times as the eater of souls.
I have dippy dippy doodah.
I have demonized third world countries for profit.
I have demolished any hope of the eventual salvation of man.
I have demonstrated a complete lack of understanding.
I have dumbed down the Bible for television consumption.
I am demonstrative in my affection for small animals.
I run a small demolitions business.
I have delivered pizza disguised as literature.
I doubt that. That was the letter D.
Thank you.
Please skip ahead for the letter E.
Every bit of this has to go.
What about the, what is this? You mean, I want to keep this one.
When they said you and your belongings on the next train out, they meant this train.
I don't want to go. I want to stay here.
We know you don't want to go. Doesn't matter what you want anymore.
Yeah, but you guys have been, really good to me. I can't say otherwise. But, I don't see why it has to come to this, really.
Well, it didn't, did it? You kind of put yourself in this position as far as I can tell.
Don't you think we could give him another chance?
Sure.
I mean, look at him. Look at him.
I want to give you this lamp. I can't take it with me, and you've always liked it. It's the mermaid, and if you plug it into a water fountain, it'll spurt. And I want you to have this plastic petunia. It's always meant a whole lot to me.
It's touching. It's lovely. What, did you get this out of a cereal box?
Yeah. I know I did. I know I didn't right. I shouldn't have experimented with fishing in the backyard.
And you shouldn't have been lighting those fires.
But,
nuclear fires.
Yeah, it was only a small reactor. I didn't think anyone would mind.
Yeah, sure.
Once you start spinning the particles...
I thought, you said... You have to say you did tell me you could take this kiln and do what you want with it, And I took that at its word. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I...
If we let you stay and have a reactor, everybody's going to want one.
You see the signage, don't you? No cyclotron.
Well, of course, technically it's not. I won't quibble with you, but, this is technically more of a...
The point is, we don't...
I don't want to get you all in trouble with the law.
You're the one that's in trouble. You're the one.
I know that. I can't say otherwise. I know that you think you're acting in my best interest, and I appreciate that. I really do. And
we do know what's best for you.
I wouldn't have my current knowledge of thermonuclear physics and organic chemistry if it weren't for y'all and your kind support during my times of distress. And
surely you hear what the neighborhood, what the children in the neighborhood have been saying. They point at you and they say, "There's old Joe. He's an atom splitter. There's old Joe. You heard them say this. You know that it...
One thing my mom had taught me, the only thing she ever really taught me was just not to pay those people no mind. They called her flower dancer. They called her, and she just didn't pay them no mind.
Well,
kept right on doing what she did. And I think, though, I really think that I could turn this reactor into something that would benefit the community. I jump-started old Jimmy's car the other day.
You know what? You're going to have no trouble working at a service station wherever you end up in that case. Just take it with you and keep going. Just don't turn back. Don't give us a second thought.
Hey, Bob.
What?
You're thinking you're being a little rough on the old guy?
I'm trying to be rough. Do you understand? It is for his good.
I see where you're coming from.
It's for his good.
But don't you think, he's in the basement.
He could be in a worse place than that. The whole freaking building could go with him in the basement.
Well, I've looked at the equipment, and it's not in such sorry shape, and he may be on the verge of making...
Y'all have been my only family
breakthroughs
I've
here.
ever known. I didn't know my mother. I just read about her,
Maybe we could relocate him in that case.
We are relocating him. That's
you're
what
just
we're
kicking
doing.
him out.
This is the relocation.
Oh.
My father died in
the
that freak accident.
You're just dislocating him if we do it this way. Relocating him would be setting him up, maybe under the stadium.
I'll get you a new poodle.
Under the stadium?
No, I don't know. They had those. It's
How
not
about
being
in
used.
the greenhouse?
Oh.
I'd be happy in the greenhouse.
And I wouldn't care if a few potatoes blew up.
exactly. What?
All right.
You know, we have an idea here.
Okay.
That might work out to our mutual benefit.
Okay.
The idea that we had is, rather than simply uprooting you and dislocating you,
I feel separation anxiety already.
Right. What if we were to relocate you to
where you can't really be seen,
but you'll be
heard. You'll be heard.
You'll have all your particles. You'll make a difference.
Can I still tutor the Jenkins twins on Sunday?
That's a whole different topic.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that, I guess, later. But, you know, they're coming along in their geography. And cartography is really getting good at penmanship. They never were any good at statistics, but, you know, it's a hard subject.
I love statistics myself. Loved it. Since you're packed already, let's just take him down there. Let's just take him down to the ground. All right.
Good. Good. This is going to work out.
And
I really appreciate, you know, this faith in me that you're showing. And
this isn't faith in you.
What that foil? Don't pick it up with your hands. That's gonna hurt. You have to use some tongs for that.
My love, when I sing with my smooth and mellow voice, you know you have no choice.
This show was improvised by Gary Bass, Matthew Cowley, and Dave Waterman, and edited by Sheila Daughtry.
Thank you.